Hi class, my name is Michael Hewitt and today I'm going to be discussing my internship over the summer of 2017 with Firestone. To give you a little background information, I began working at Firestone at the Muskegon store location in January of 2017. As soon as the internship started, I was promoted to a service advisor. The beginning of the internship, they flew us out to Nashville, Tennessee, to Bridgestone's headquarters, where they put 80 interns up in the Sheraton Hotel for a week, where they taught us the basic knowledge of running the store. We went through how to deal with customers, to how to properly key in work orders and complete inspections. So today I'm going to discuss is the grassroots sales event that they tasked me with to do over the summer, where I competed with 13 other interns in the Great Lakes region. So the overview of today's presentation is going to cover my grassroots sales vision, the vision I had for the entire project, the marketing tactics I implemented during the weekend of the grassroots sales, internal preparations that I put in forth to get the team on board and to get the whole team ready for the sales event. Then we'll be talking about the different vendors I used and how I was able to leverage them into helping me make this sales event successful. Then we will go over the sales metrics of the 2-day sale, which covers the previous year's numbers versus the numbers of the sales event. Then I will be talking about the lessons that I've learned from the sales event itself. And then we will review the presentation. So my vision for the sales event was to reach out and bring every type of customer from within the community in the doors. Bridgestone has a saying they want to be a staple within the community that we serve and be the #1 trusted automotive repair service facility in the community. I also wanted to provide excellent service to customers within the immediate area, and I wanted to leave a long-lasting impression with those same customers and have them believe within their hearts that we are the most trusted automotive repair facility to choose. Some of the marketing tactics that I implemented for this sales event was social media. I actually took to the AMSO Facebook page and posted on there about the sales event to try to drum up any support from my fellow peers at Ferris to come support me and help me make this a success. I also did soft inquiries where I went into the system, found past recommendations for customers in which I made cold calls to them over a period of a week in advance of the actual sales event. I actually made some flyers as well as a custom postcard with all the deals that I was running, which I had chose myself, all the promotions that I was going to run for that weekend. Some of the promotions that I set forth were $100 off a set of 4 tires, $50 off a set of 2 tires, buy one get one free fluid exchange services, $60 off standard brake service per axle, $40 off the lifetime alignment that we offer at Firestone, and $29 off the standard alignment. As you can see here, this is the postcard that I made for the actual sales event. What I did with these is I went to the local vendors, which include AutoZone, Napa, Advanced, and CarQuest, and I stapled these postcards to the flyers, and I left a stack of them there for them to hand out to their customers. Not all of the vendors were willing to participate with this. However, there were a few that I was able to build relationships with and they actually handed these out to their customers. So for the internal preparation, I created a friendly competition between the service advisors and the managers. The contest was based off of a point scale from a 0 to 100. And the teammates with the most lifetime alignments, tire units sold, Firestone credit card apps sign-ups, highest service sales, total sales, and most fluid exchange would win the most points. The winner would receive a $50 gift card of their choice. As you can see here, this was one of my fellow coworkers, Ruben Rodriguez. He actually won the contest. He did an outstanding job, and I picked up a $50 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings for him. He was pretty excited about that. So some of the vendors, as I already mentioned, I was able to leverage Napa Auto Parts to provide food. They actually came out and cooked hamburgers and brats for customers and provided beverages for them as well. They also brought this giant beach chair, as you can see me sitting in, to raffle off to customers. What we did was, at the end of the 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, we grabbed all the work orders and flipped through them and picked one, and that was the customer that won the chair. I also had AutoZone and Advance support the event by letting me advertise the grassroots sales event in store when I handed out those flyers to them. So here are some of the sales metrics from the previous year, 2016, and on Saturday 2017. I was able to gross total sales by $2,756. Service sales were down, and that's because I was more focused on selling tire units and lifetime alignments. So we were down about $211 there. The branded tire units, which are Firestone and Bridgestone tires, we sold 15 more than the previous year, which was 36. The total units of tires, which include every other tire besides including Firestone and Bridgestone tires, we sold 22 more units for a total of 53. The boss count, which is customers that we saw that day, were 53 or 54, and that was up 8 customers from the previous year. The Firestone credit card, we were able to open 2 new apps, get 2 new people signed up for the Firestone credit card, which we grossed roughly $2,000 that day with those purchases. So for Sunday, 2016 and 2017, it was a little slower day. We mainly got everybody in the door Saturday. However, I was able to gross roughly $400 in total sales, and service sales as well, $400. Branded tire units, we were up 10 for a total of 17. Total units, we were down actually. We had a total of 19. Boss count, we still ended with a +1 that day at 28. We didn't get any CF&A credit apps. However, we did get $1,000 worth of purchase on those cards that were already applicants. So some of the lessons I've learned, I learned how to successfully run an event, and you really need the support of the entire team. I believe the contest that I thought up, which I had help in coming up with the idea from my store manager, Corky Thorstein. I believe that really got everybody on board. Everybody did an outstanding job, and they were there to support me through this process. I also learned that you need to take control of the event. You need to plan in advance, that is in creating the flyers and postcards, and get them to as many people as you can. I actually subleased a room down there, and I was in the neighborhood handing them out to try to drum up more business. Some of the things I would do differently. Next time I would plan a theme event like a car show. I thought of that a couple days before the event, and there was just not enough time to get find people with cars and have them bring them in for display. I would also plan a few more weeks in advance. I was still learning the POS system and how to deal with customers, so that was one of my main priorities, was to be able to be a better communicator, to be more knowledgeable for the customers, so they felt that I was giving them trustworthy service. So review, all in, I'd have to say that the whole experience from the first day at the store to the sales event was a success. I learned a tremendous amount of knowledge through this experience. And I want to do a side note. After this sales event, which was a contest between the Great Lakes region, we had to go out to Akron, Ohio to present this in front of the regional manager, as well as some HR people. And I believe there was around 16 store managers and managing partners who watched the presentation. I was actually paired up with another intern from Ferris State. His name is Casey Stoll. He was at the Plainfield location in Grand Rapids. We kind of worked together on the sales event. However, we did have our separate sales events, and they were differently themed, although we were a team. So when we presented, he did his presentation and I did mine, which was a real success. I believe we were more prepared than the rest of the interns, and we actually took first place, which was a big surprise to me, coming from doing my first presentation in the automotive management 300 level class. I got up there, I couldn't speak. This was my first presentation I ever did in front of people, and it was a bad experience. However, I don't know what came out of me, but I was able to put on a good presentation, enough to where all these store managers and the district manager, felt that we were prepared the best. So to conclude, I just want to thank you. You guys can post your comments in the discussion on how I did. And thank you.